In November 2024, a recreational dive in the Maldives turned into a nightmare when a large tiger shark tried to bite a diver's head, an extraordinarily rare scenario caught on film. A 45-year-old Chinese tourist was diving at a site near Malé, popularly known as the Shark Tank dive spot, when a big tiger shark suddenly lunged from behind. Startling underwater footage shows the shark sneaking up and then clamping its powerful jaws around the back of the diver's head in an instant. The diver was yanked momentarily, but she managed to wrench free after a few seconds as nearby dive guides intervened, and the shark abruptly let go and swam away. The woman surfaced with blood flowing from deep lacerations in her scalp. She was extremely fortunate. Although she suffered serious cuts, doctors counted around 40 stitches were needed to close the wound. She survived and remained conscious. Videos of the incident, shared by news outlets like CGTN Europe, went viral. Experts noted that shark attacks on divers in the Maldives are exceedingly uncommon. In this case, the shark may have been confused or attracted by baiting activity. The diver was reportedly wearing a bright orange Nemo fish pattern hood, and local guides might have been chumming the water illegally. The bizarre head bite incident made global headlines and served as a reminder that even usually docile dive encounters with tiger sharks can turn dangerous under the wrong circumstances. Over the 4th of July weekend 2024, Tabitha Sullivan was one of 4 people attacked by what was likely the same bull shark along the beaches of South Padre Island, Texas. Sullivan, 48, was wading in waist-deep surf with family when an approximately 8-foot bull shark suddenly latched onto her left leg and ripped into her calf. "I thought it was a big fish. I was going to kick it away. That's when it grabbed me," Tabitha later recounted. The shark pulled her under briefly, savaging her lower leg, but then released her. Tabitha managed to surface and frantically began hopping toward shore on her good leg. Hearing her screams, her husband, Kerry Sullivan, rushed into the water to save her. Kerry reached Tabitha and actually placed himself between her and the shark, hauling his wife toward the beach, even as the shark followed the trail of blood. In the chaos, the shark bit Kerry as well. He suffered puncture wounds and gashes to his right foot and leg while fighting it off. Kerry delivered a Superman punch to the shark's snout, which finally made it retreat. Bystanders then helped drag Tabitha the rest of the way out of the surf. On shore, several beachgoers, including off-duty Border Patrol agents, immediately applied makeshift tourniquets to her badly injured leg, an action doctors later said likely saved her life. Tabitha's left calf had been largely bitten away in the attack, and she was rapidly losing blood. Paramedics arrived and rushed her to a trauma center, where she underwent emergency surgery. She survived after multiple operations, though doctors were unable to save most of her lower leg. The dramatic incident, with beachgoers' screams and people sprinting to help, was recorded on at least one cell phone video, and authorities closed the water to swimmers. In total, 4 people were bitten by what was likely the same bull shark along South Padre Island that day, an unprecedented cluster of attacks for that area. Tabitha Sullivan's courageous recovery was later featured on the Discovery Channel's Shark Week as an inspiring survivor story. In late 2018, an experienced diver filming sharks at the Brothers Islands in the Red Sea experienced a brutal surprise attack that was captured on his own camera. Video from his head cam, later circulated widely in diving circles, shows a normally wary oceanic white-tip shark slowly circling a group of divers. For over 2 minutes, the dive seems calm. Then, at the 2:12 mark, the white tip suddenly lunges and bites into the diver's lower leg. The footage shows the shark gripping the diver's calf and shaking violently, tearing into his flesh as red blood gushes into the blue water. The shocked diver tries to fend it off, and fellow divers scream through their regulators as they rush to help. Finally, the shark lets go and swims off. The injured diver was hauled back aboard the boat with a severe leg wound. Reports later described severe tissue loss to his calf muscle. Remarkably, he survived after urgent medical care, though the bite was serious. This incident was one of several shark bites at Brothers Islands in 2018 that were caught on video. Around the same period, at least one other diver was bitten by a white tip in that area, prompting Egyptian authorities to temporarily close the Brothers Islands to diving until they investigated why the normally shy white tips had become aggressive. Experts speculated that the constant presence of live-aboard dive boats, chumming or fish processing in the water, may have conditioned the sharks to be bolder around divers. Whatever the cause, the Brothers Islands shark bite videos remain some of the most harrowing shark attack footage ever recorded underwater, given the suddenness of the strike and the real injuries involved. On July 22, 2013, 18-year-old Bruna Gabi became the victim of one of Brazil's most infamous shark attacks, an attack that was caught on both municipal security cameras and a bystander's video. Bruna was visiting Boa Viagem Beach in Recife and was swimming with her cousin about 20 to 30 meters from shore when lifeguards noticed them struggling in a rip current. As 3 lifeguards rushed out for a rescue, 1 on a jet ski, 2 swimming, a sudden explosion of splashing erupted around Bruna. In the grainy security camera footage, you see the jet ski reaching the swimmer at that moment, and then a plume of blood spreads in the water around her. Bruna had been attacked from below by a shark, reportedly bitten in the left thigh just seconds before she could be pulled onto the rescue sled. Lifeguards hauled her onto the jet ski and raced back to shore. A bystander's closer video clip captured the aftermath. Bruna's left leg had been terribly mauled. Much of the flesh was shorn off down to the bone in places. She was still alive and conscious as people carried her up the beach, but in critical condition from blood loss. Paramedics rushed Bruna to Hospital de Restauração, where surgeons amputated her leg in an effort to save her. Tragically, she had lost too much blood and went into cardiac arrest. Bruna Gabi died from her injuries later that night. Officials identified the attacking species as likely a bull shark, based on the conditions and bite characteristics. This was the 57th documented shark attack off Recife since 1992. And Bruna was the first female victim to be killed in Pernambuco State's ongoing shark incident record. The attack was widely publicized in Brazil, with the videos airing on news outlets and fueling controversy over why swimming was allowed in that area known for frequent shark attacks. Bruna's death led Recife authorities to redouble warnings and research into the region's unusual cluster of shark encounters. And it remains one of the most vividly remembered shark attacks ever caught on camera in Brazil.